What's up, everyone? This Lion Sonic Fan here, and now welcome to Raccoon City trailer just dropped, baby. So if you guys don't have any idea what I'm talking about, one, why didn't you click on the video? Two, I'm talking about the new trailer that released for the upcoming live-action Resident Evil movie. I watched it, and Jesus Christ, I had no idea this movie was this close to coming out. It's literally releasing next month. Unfortunately, I can't go see it because, guys, it's theater exclusive, and COVID, even though it's not as bad as it was last year, we had the vaccination and everything, is still a consistent issue, and I haven't had the opportunity to get vaccinated yet. I'm not an anti-vaxxer, and I don't support anti-vaxxers. Get vaccinated if you have the chance, guys. Please go get vaccinated. But, yeah, unfortunately, I haven't had the opportunity to get vaccinated yet. So I'm not vaccinated, and it's releasing literally next month in theaters during COVID. So yeah, I can't go see it because I'm not taking chances. But it pains me because I'm really excited for this movie, but I'm gonna have to wait till it comes out on video. So yeah. Welcome to Raccoon City. Let's talk about this trailer. The plot of this movie, I guess, is going to be merging Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2. And I have mixed feelings on this because on one hand, technically, you can do that. Because even though in the games, the mansion incident happens 2 months prior to the Raccoon City outbreak, it technically doesn't really have to. Like, you can set both of them at the same time, have the Raccoon City outbreak going on while Bravo team, or not Bravo team, Alpha team, whichever team it is. I have my teams mixed up. I'm pretty sure it's Alpha team. Yeah. While Alpha Team is going into the mansion, you can have the outbreak in Raccoon City going on. Because in the games, when they went to go investigate in the mansion, but they didn't go investigate, they had to take refuge in it. But when they went inside the mansion, there was still murders going on in Raccoon City during the events of Resident Evil 1. So technically you can do that. I don't see it getting in the way of the plot too much. But what I'm worried about is this, and a lot of people have been saying this, you can take Resident Evil 1 and make that into a 2-hour movie. You can do the exact same thing with 2. And you know what? If you blended 2 and 3 together, Resident Evil 2 and 3, that I would be perfectly fine with that. In fact, Resident Evil Apocalypse, that god-awful Anderson movie, yeah, that mixed Resident Evil 2 and 3 together. And that movie was bad for other reasons, but with that aspect, they did a decent job with that. So yeah, you can do that, but Resident Evil 1 and 2, I just feel like doesn't really make much sense, because if Raccoon City is if the whole movie is advertising a Raccoon City outbreak, then that whole mansion section, while nostalgic, is just gonna be pointless filler. I feel like I'm just saying that maybe they find a good way to incorporate it into the plot, but I just don't see why they would do that. Okay, so and they also are changing up some of the characters, like my boy Wesker. He's shadeless, and it's a crime to have Wesker not wear sunglasses. I mean, unless it's Resident Evil 5 and it's like during the climax and all this shit's going on, then yeah, it makes sense he's not wearing sunglasses. But I mean, come on, man, put some sunglasses in that boy. It's not Wesker if he's not wearing sunglasses. But I'm just joking. But yeah, the biggest character change to me so far is Claire. Claire started out as just a biker college student who went to Raccoon City to find her missing brother. But in this movie, she's actually a Umbrella conspirator who's been trying to bring down Umbrella since she was a child. So yeah, Claire has always been this like rebellious type independent character, so I can see that fitting in. However, she didn't really become like a huge advocate for Umbrella's downfall until Code Veronica, until the events after Resident Evil 2. But in Resident Evil 2 before that, she just wanted to find Chris. A lot of people have a problem with that. However, like I said, I think it fits with Claire's rebellious attitude to want to be taking out Umbrella from the get-go, and it could be important to the plot. So yeah, I don't mind that. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the drastic character redesigns and casting. So A lot of people have a problem with how diverse the cast is. A lot of people are mad that a black woman is playing Jill Valentine, and a lot of people are mad that Indian guy. I know that may sound offensive. I don't know what ethnicity he is. Maybe Native American. Whichever. He's playing Leon, and I know people are upset about that, but my take is that none of these characters are ethnicity based. You can have someone of color play these characters and it won't take away from anything. I know people won't like very accurate depictions of the games, but I don't mind a new take on these characters, and I don't mind a like someone of a different race playing a already existing character unless it interferes with like with something in the plot. Like, say they casted a white woman to play Sheva. That wouldn't make much sense because Sheva's whole backstory is that she's an African who joined the military after, like, you know, the death of her parents and like other people. So yeah, like, and she's also like had experience in Africa when it became basically test site and they were experimenting on all these different types of people. So yeah, it makes sense for Sheva to be African. So if they would have casted like even like a Asian person or a white person to be Sheva, that wouldn't make much sense because ethnicity is tied to a character. But someone like Jill Valentine, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a white woman, an Asian woman. It just doesn't matter. Anyone can play that role. So yeah, that's my take on it. In this new Netflix series we have, black guy is going to be playing Albert Wesker, and you know what? That's going to be pretty freaking cool because same thing. There's nothing in the story that ties Albert Wesker to being white. Anyone can play him. It doesn't matter. Like, as long as it doesn't interfere with the plot, then it's completely okay. So yeah, sorry for the little side tangent, but yeah, I don't mind the diverse characters, and I don't mind the new takes on these characters. Like, because if they would just pull the people from the games and just made them super accurate without changing anything up, then this movie would be pretty boring. Because we're basically just watching a fan film at that point. I don't want to watch like. I don't want to watch like an exact depiction of the games, but in live action, because that's just boring. I want to see something new with the plot and something change. So yeah, I'm fine with change, and yeah, so that's it when it comes to the characters. Now the creatures, the designs, the effects, all that. Yeah, they are really relying on CG. A lot of people have noted, and I agree with this, that the movie does have this very cheap feel to it. Like, these characters, their makeup, their outfits, even though they're accurate to the games to an extent, it just feels kind of fan filmy. Like, it doesn't feel like very, what's the word? It doesn't feel very authentic. It feels kind of, I don't know. It feels like people dressing up as the characters for Halloween, and the monsters. Oh boy, yeah, the CG, the Cerberus and the Lickers look pretty good. They look fake, but they look pretty good. But that one biomutated giant monster looks like something ripped straight from a PSG game. That looked fake as all hell. So yeah, they are really relying on CG, which I'm not a huge fan of. Even the Anderson movies made good use of some practical effects and blended CG together. I cannot believe that they're actually making me compliment the previous live action Resident Evil films, because those are god awful. I could barely get through them. Yeah, but the effects did look good. And yeah, these effects look worse than those movies, and you never want to have something of yours be worse than those Anderson live action movies. So yeah, huge reliance on CG. Not a huge fan of it, but who knows? They might make it work. I think it's too close to the movie's release date for them to polish up the CG. So unfortunately, these are the effects we are stuck with. But yeah, I don't think it's too bad. Like, it won't ruin the movie. It will just, I don't know, be a little distracting when I'm watching it. So yeah, I think that basically covers everything we saw. There were some nice little Easter eggs. We got to see Lisa Trevor. That Itchy Tasty reference was really awesome. It was a nod to the most iconic note in the series. You know, that Itchy Tasty note of that Umbrella employee who's slowly being driven mad because he's infected. So yeah, that's cool. There was a lot of cool Easter eggs. We got the Easter egg that got me most pumped was seeing Alexia and Alfred Ashford actually be shown in this movie, like in like a quick little snippet. They were picking apart that little insect, which is exactly like that scene from Code Veronica, which got me, because I love Code Veronica. And I know this movie might not get a sequel because already the general opinion on it is bad. People are saying that they might not go see it. And if it does turn out to be bad, then I don't think they'll greenlight a sequel, which is unfortunate because I would love to see a new live action series that isn't directed by Anderson, who just isn't showing close up shots of his wife kicking ass and outshining every other character in the movie. So yeah, no matter what you say about this movie, no matter how bad it looks, one thing that's undeniable is it looks way closer to the source material than those Anderson movies. It looks like they're trying. They're trying to please fans, even if they're nostalgia baiting and, they're just throwing all of this stuff at us, trying to cram too much in this 2-hour-long movie. Still, at least they're trying more than Anderson did, because Anderson, I don't think he even played the games. I don't think he knew anything about the games. He just kind of just had notes of what to include in the movies. He just made a random action film. I like the first movie he made, but those sequels, oh god, that was yeah. So I would love to see a more traditional live action series. Even if this movie is bad, I can see them learning from their mistakes and making a solid sequel. Because from this trailer alone, it looks like that the people who made this are very knowledgeable about the series and are trying to please fans. So yeah, I don't know. I have hopes for this movie, and if we were to get a sequel, maybe we could get a Code Veronica based movie. Maybe that'd be so cool. I mean, come on. Alfred Ashford in live action would be the best thing ever, dude. And then having Wesker perform all these sick backflips and shit. Oh god, that'd be amazing. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Welcome to Raccoon City. I have high hopes for it. This trailer wasn't as good as I was hoping it would, because there are things that I'm worried about. Obviously the thing that I pointed out earlier, I think they're cramming too much into this movie. I don't see them being a lot of wiggle room for very authentic scenes, because we already have Chief Irons. We have basically every single Raccoon City related character under the sun in a movie that blends both Resident Evil 1 and 2 together. So yeah, it looks like there's going to be a whole lot, but maybe they'll make it work. And if they do make it work, then I can see this being probably one of my favorite Resident Evil things ever. So I'm holding out hope. It looks interesting. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think of this trailer that we have? Let me know in the comments below. Unfortunately, I cannot see it on release, which is going to break my heart. I'm going to try to stay away from everything. I'm not going to be watching any reviews because I want to go in with a complete open mind. I'm not going to be watching any, basically any analysis or spoiler things or anything like that. I'm just going to wait till I have access to it, whether it becomes available on a streaming site or maybe you can pick it up for DVD, then I'll spend some allowance on that. I don't care. I have to wait till it comes on video. So I will not make a review on this movie when it comes out. My review of this movie will be months after it released, which sucks, but yeah, I'm going to have to wait a little while before I can watch this. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this this video. If you have, then please like and subscribe. And as always, I will see you guys next time. Peace out.